Well, here we go again, right? So, first of all, I want to congratulate Sean on his job at Maryville. I know what it's like to sit in that seat last year, and I think Maryville's in great hands with you, and you guys have done a great job with that program. I'm excited to see everybody here. Just excited to be here. First of all, I want to just extend a welcome, I guess, and excitement that Miss Rita is back again this year. An appreciation for her and Mike and everything they do for the conference to try and elevate us to another level. I've got to thank my wife. My wife Fader, who's an amazing person and gives me all the support and devotion in the world to allow me to do a job that I absolutely love. And then the next group, I want to just extend a thank you to Coach Harper and to the administration here at Ferrum for all they've done to host this event. Summers are great because the great thing about summer is football season's right around the corner. But summer gives you an opportunity to kind of take some time off, maybe coach some kids' camps, watch little kids grow in the game of football, and finish off a little recruiting and then get ready for the season. And two things I took time to do this summer was to read the book American Sniper. And this is a book about the Navy SEAL, Chris Kyle from Texas. And I tell you what, if you haven't seen the movie, you haven't read the book, it's truly amazing what these men and women do and the sacrifices they make to give us the opportunity to go out and play the game of football. So, I just wanted to go ahead and make that note and just let the men and women of this country know how thankful we are for that. The second thing I did was to study an entrepreneur CEO from the business world, and this guy's name is Marcus Lemonis. And I'm going to kind of go off on a tangent a little bit here, but it'll make sense in a moment. And Marcus Lemonis has a business model that he goes into struggling businesses in America, and he takes them over and he helps them and he implements this model that takes them to another level and makes them successful. Three pieces to this model, and the first two are process and product. And the third part is what I really want to focus in on today, and that's people. And I'm extremely blessed at LaGrange College to work for and with an amazing group of people. And so I'd be amiss if I didn't recognize those people here today. And our first is our president, Dr. McAlexander, who does a tremendous job with our school and does a tremendous job with our athletic programs and doing the things that we need to do to make ourselves better. The second person is our athletic director, Jennifer Claybrook. She is instrumental in everything that goes on behind closed doors and is one of our biggest cheerleaders on Saturdays. So we're obviously thankful for everything that she has done for us. And Jennifer being a LaGrange College grad, there's definitely not a bigger cheerleader. The next person is our sports information director, John Hughes, who's here today. Again, John does a lot of things that are, again, behind closed doors, and a couple of coaches have said it, USIDs, we really do appreciate what you do. You don't get enough credit for really putting us out there and putting our players out there more than anything. Next, I'd like to thank my coaches. These guys, I wouldn't be anywhere without these guys. They go above the call of duty to get done what we need to get done at LaGrange football. They go out and they find the recruits that not only fit LaGrange College from the academic standpoint, but also fit LaGrange College football program. And so these guys, they put in a lot of hours and they put in a lot of hard work, and I wish I could pay all of them a ton of money, but I'm just very fortunate to work with each and every one of them. The last group under this people idea is the players, because at the end of the day, this game is about them. It's about putting them in position to have an opportunity to be successful, and then just letting them go out and have fun and play the game of football on Saturdays. And so I just, I really enjoy and listen to Coach Adams. We're kind of the same way at LaGrange is we really believe in that family atmosphere. We want our guys to feel at home when they're away from home. And, we really feel like in doing that our retention numbers will go up, and they have in the last couple of years, and we'll be able to bring more LaGrange football players in and have a larger family and give us a chance to grow some of these guys up and be more experienced. So the 2014 season, I don't think we really finished where we had hoped, but we're still making great strides. We had 18 seniors out of that class that graduated this past May, so it was one of the largest classes at LaGrange College. We're very hopeful that those guys will go on in whatever endeavors they choose to do and be highly successful and hopefully give some money back to the program in the extreme future. But we lost a lot of guys, and so we're going to look to fill some holes. And so, our big focus this year in recruiting was to go out and fill some of those holes and bring guys in that we felt like we're going to help move the program forward. And my coaches did that. We're very blessed that we get to recruit in the Southeast. The Southeast is a great place to find players. There's a large amount of talent. What I would say is, recruiting in the Southeast is kind of like fishing in an aquarium. You'd be able to go in there and kind of catch whatever size fish you like. I don't think they'll ever let me do that, but no, we're lucky to have the area that we recruit. We can go out and find the guys that we really feel like can come in and help our program. Overview of this season. We're very optimistic. We got a great group of guys back. I'm going to start out on the offensive side of the ball, and I'm going to start up front because I feel like production starts up front, whether it's the O-line or the defensive line. And in the O-line, we're going to return one guy. So there's 4 other guys that are going to try and earn spots this coming camp. And, so I feel like our right tackle, Ryan Holland, is an extremely important person to anchor the foundation of that O-line and help fill in, help some of these other guys fill in the spots that we're going to need. Ryan Holland has been a 3-year starter for us, started at guard as a sophomore, kicked out to right tackle this past year, and will play right tackle again for us this coming season. Moving into the backfield, contrary to popular belief, like I said last year, we have 2 run plays. We run on the field and off the field. We do run the ball a little bit more than that. So, I ask a lot out of our running backs. These guys got to carry the load, and I call these guys some of our most valuable players just because we ask them to do a lot. And they've got to carry their understanding of the run game. Then they've got to know the passing game. They've got to understand route concepts. They've got to understand blocking concepts. So they pretty much have to do everything that any offensive player would. And the 2 guys that we got back there that are going to really help out all the young running backs coming in is senior Sequoia Humes and then junior Lord Smith. Moving on to quarterback. Replacing Graham Craig is going to be tough. He was a 2-year starter for us. Was all conference in his first year. Was a top 10 finalist in the Gagliardi Trophy race. Graham was a really smart quarterback. He wasn't a guy that just, he wasn't like Max Reber that just blew you away, by the plays that he could make with his feet or with his arm. He just was smart with what he did with the ball. And so we've got some big shoes to fill there. But Connor Blair is an upcoming sophomore from Seabreeze, Florida, that we feel like is going to fill that role. And Connor played in this offense in high school, and so I think he'll take over the reins from where Graham left off. Probably the biggest experience group we have on the entire team is our receiving corps. We returned 3 guys in the receiving corps that caught over 227 balls in the last 2 years. So we're going to lean heavily on these guys and hope that Connor can get the ball out to these guys really quick. Flipping over to the defensive side, looking at the defensive line, Nick Rowell and Sean Nichols are 2 seniors. They're going to anchor that group. Coach Kendall Todd has done a tremendous job with this group, and we're looking forward to a lot of the young guys coming up and learning behind them. In the linebacking corps, one of my youngest coaches, Coach Sean McNamee, has done a tremendous job with our linebacking corps. This past spring, they won the highest GPA award, so we're definitely proud of this group. And again, in this group, we return 2 seniors. We've got Larry Murdoch, who will be our Mike linebacker. And then last year, we moved a safety down into the outside linebacker spot named Nick Raja, and he'll be in his 2nd year. So hopefully with a year under his belt, he'll be a little bit better in that spot. Moving into the defensive backs, we've got another experienced group back here. We've got three juniors that will start for us. In the safety spots, we've got Brandon Penn and Jordan Daniels. And then at the corner spot, we flipped a receiver from last year that had played corner in high school and was a little more natural fit at corner. So Darius Jordan will take over one of our corner spots. Coach Crosby does a tremendous job with the defensive backs. He flipped over last year from the offensive side, and so I appreciate him and being a great coach and taking one for the team and going over to the defensive side and has really ran with it. Coach Earl Chambers, our defensive coordinator, will be going into his second year. He's done a tremendous job for us on the defensive side. We definitely had a little bit of a learning curve last year and an inexperienced defense, but we're looking for big things out of this group this year. What I would say is, the 2015 season's here. I'm ready to get back to work, and it's an absolute honor to be up here with these great coaches here. And like Coach Young and a lot of them said, this is a tough conference. And I would love nothing more than all of us to go out and win a bunch of games and see a couple of teams rise to the top and go into the playoffs and start putting USA South on the map. Any questions?
Coach, with many of the USA South teams being pass-oriented like yourselves, what kind of challenges does that pose for defenses?
Well, as much as we throw it, I think each week they kind of prepare for everybody else in the conference. Then when they come to us, hopefully they feel like they got to try and figure out where these guys are going to be running at. But, the one thing for us and the one thing my dad's always done with this offense is just, give guys a chance, and do something that gives players a chance to be successful. And our guys love doing it. It's a lot of fun to participate in and play in. And so, hopefully we'll keep going on the route we're going and start winning more football games.
Does it make it easy, your offense, make it easy for you to coach because you played in it?
Yeah, of course. I've been running this offense since I was in the 5th grade. So, there was days when Dad said, hey, move the coffee table out of the way. We're going to go through some stuff. So, it's simple. A lot of people look at it and think it's complicated. It's really not a hard thing for our guys to get down. We install in 3 days. And really the big premise of our offense is repetition. The more we do it, the better we're going to be. Probably, but my dad's always said, and I kind of believe him, if I wasn't doing this, then he'd probably be on the extreme other opposite end and be like Paul Johnson and just run it every down. So, we pride ourselves on, having that identity and knowing what we want to do. Anything else?
Ladies and gentlemen, head coach